Let's rewind the clock a bit. Porsha Williams made headlines when she snatched Simon Guobadia away from his ex-wife, Fallon Pena. The world was captivated when Porsha and Simon tied the knot in two lavish ceremonies back in November 2022, each celebrating a unique blend of his Nigerian heritage and her American traditions. The events were extravagant, the talk of the town, and marked by opulence, love, and a seeming promise of a bright future ahead. But, as with many stories that glitter, not everything that shines is gold. Fast forward to February 2024, and Porsha filed for divorce after just 15 months of matrimony. What seemed like a fairy tale has quickly turned into a public spectacle. The breakup has been anything but amicable, with both parties airing their dirty laundry in the public eye, with accusations flying back and forth. The drama escalated further when Simon took legal action against Porsha, claiming that she had made false and defamatory statements about his private life. This lawsuit only added fuel to the already raging fire of their public beef, and the situation has grown messier by the day. Now, let's dive deeper into the chaos. Simon Guobadia, raised in Nigeria alongside his 7 siblings, has a past that's quite the rollercoaster. He often shares that his father worked in the Nigerian prison system and that his mother was an English teacher. He completed his elementary and high school education in Nigeria before moving to the US. However, things took a dramatic turn when Simon found himself on the wrong side of the law after immigrating to the US in 1982. Upon entering the country at the age of 18, Simon initially obtained a visa and enrolled at the University of the District of Columbia, graduating in 1993 with a degree in business administration. But by 1985, the US government determined that he had overstayed his visa. Instead of facing deportation, Simon voluntarily returned to Nigeria. Just a year later, Simon returned to the US on a new 6-month visitor visa. However, it wasn't long before his illegal activities began to catch up with him. In 1987, he was arrested for bank and credit card fraud and pled guilty to the charges. But Simon didn't stop there. He decided to take his fraudulent activities to a new level. In October 1988, he used a fake identity to apply for temporary resident status through the Special Agricultural Worker (SAW) program. His application was accepted, and he was given a temporary resident card. This led to his status being upgraded to permanent US residency through the SAW program again, using his fraudulent identity. Despite his fraudulent activities, Simon's luck didn't end there. In January 1989, he was arrested for unauthorized use of a vehicle, and just months later, he was locked up again on more fraud charges in May 1990. Throughout this time, Simon was well aware that his criminal behavior could impact his immigration status, and sure enough, the US government began the process to remove him from the country. But Simon wasn't going down quietly. In 1991, just months before the deportation process began, Simon committed another serious felony, credit card fraud. At that point, it seemed he was determined to make the most of his time in the US. In April 1991, an immigration judge ruled that Simon should be deported, but in a strange twist of fate, Simon received his permanent resident card later that month. However, just 3 weeks after receiving his green card, he was physically deported from the US in 1992 due to the numerous offenses under his real identity. This marked a turning point in Simon's life, as he faced a long bar from re-entering the US, which could range anywhere from 5 to 20 years or even indefinite exclusion, depending on the specifics of his case. Despite this, Simon managed to return to the US by the early 2000s. He founded a petroleum company in Atlanta, Simon & Company, in 2007, and expanded his business ventures over the years. Simon became a well-known figure in the city, even engaging in multiple passion projects aimed at revitalizing Atlanta. However, his past continued to haunt him. Despite applying for US citizenship in 2016, his application was denied, and his numerous appeals proved fruitless. His permanent residency status, which had been obtained through fraudulent means, was deemed unlawful. By January 2024, Simon found himself once again embroiled in legal trouble. This time, it wasn't just about immigration fraud, it was his past catching up with him. According to records from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Simon was detained at the Stewart Detention Center in Lumpkin, Georgia. This latest legal issue stemmed from the resurfacing of his past immigration violations amid changes in U.S. immigration policy, specifically under the Trump administration's mass deportation efforts. As Simon's legal troubles mounted, Porsha took to Instagram to share her thoughts on the situation. She expressed her disappointment, stating that it was disheartening to see her estranged husband make decisions that led to his current predicament. However, she emphasized that her priority was now focusing on moving forward with her life and family. It's clear that Porsha's personal life has taken another unexpected turn, and it raises several important questions. How will Simon's immigration issues affect the ongoing divorce proceedings? And what does this mean for Porsha's role on The Real Housewives of Atlanta? From a legal standpoint, Simon's detention could complicate the divorce process. If Simon is deported, questions may arise regarding jurisdiction and how any divorce settlements or agreements would be enforced in the U.S. Additionally, any assets and properties could become entangled in international legal issues. This could potentially delay or complicate the divorce, leaving Porsha to navigate a legal maze while simultaneously handling her personal life. For Porsha, this new development could add an unexpected layer to her storyline on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Viewers have followed her journey through love, marriage, and motherhood, and now this plot twist involving Simon's legal issues could offer a fresh direction for the show. It remains to be seen how producers will incorporate this new chapter into Porsha's story, balancing her personal challenges with her career in the spotlight. With everything happening, it's clear that the drama surrounding Porsha and Simon is far from over. Whether it's the messy divorce or Simon's looming immigration troubles, it seems this story will continue to unfold in the public eye for the foreseeable future. As always, the drama is real, and we're all just watching it play out. Stay tuned for more updates on this saga, because with these two, the mess is only just beginning.
Boy, her baby daddy might tiptoe away from that hot dog stand to try to, reinsert his hot dog. You know what I'm saying?
As for now, Porsha's been on a winning streak in their ongoing legal battles. She recently secured temporary sole possession of their marital home and the right to work within it.
I ain't no lawyer, but she gonna get everything, 'cause what he gonna do with it? Huh? Well, he can't take it back to Nigeria. It's gonna be a landslide for Porsha, Lord. She coming up, and it ain't on the rough side of the mountain. She's toppled her ex in this divorce.
Do I think Simon's detention will impact Porsha's role on The Real Housewives of Atlanta? Well, nobody asked me, but I don't think so. These days, being a housewife doesn't necessarily mean you're still married. You've got housewives, ex-wives, and even wannabe wives. It's all about the drama, not just the title. Reality TV has evolved, and personal matters being aired publicly is just part of the deal. As for their messy divorce playing out so publicly, I feel like they could have kept things private. They could have used initials instead of their real names in the divorce papers, or just kept the whole situation under wraps. But they chose the public route, and now it's out there for everyone to see. It's their fault that their drama is out in the open, not ours. Still, it's hard not to be a little entertained by it all, because let's be honest, the messier, the better for reality TV. Nobody put me in the corner though. Auntie's got thoughts. Anyway, drop your thoughts in the comments below. You'll know we love hearing from you. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.